Have I committed a crime?
Yeah, he flagged me.
You can investigate all you want, but I have not committed a crime.
If you don't identify himself, put him in handcuffs.
Disorderly product news. Disorderly product news. Disorderly product news.
What's going on, guys? Disorderly product news. This is a video that comes to us from Matthew King. Go on over to Matthew's channel, as it's written right there. Type that in exactly, and find him and subscribe. In fact, I'll put the link to the original video in the description. Just click on the link and press the subscribe button. He's a subscriber of mine, and he sent me the video. If you want to send me videos of interactions you've had with law enforcement or other videos that you think belong on Disorderly Product News, you can reach me at my email right here or at Disorderly Product News Facebook. That's my business Facebook page. Now, we're going to start this video in which Matthew is talking to a police officer and see how fast things spin out of control. Let's watch.
Just got a complaint, been looking at cars.
Yeah, my car. Right here.
The guy behind me in the red shirt, he's the manager of Kmart. He said he was walking around looking in these cars. He looked suspicious. Yeah.
Now, don't look directly at him. But you see the guy behind me in the red shirt? I said don't look directly at him. You see the guy behind me in the red shirt? He says you look suspicious. Thank you, Officer Tattletale. I'm sure you were chief hall monitor in your grade school.
You got any ID on you?
No.
You driving that vehicle?
Excuse me?
You driving this vehicle?
I'm not answering your questions.
Why aren't you?
Why do I have to?
Just asking you a simple question.
Florida is a stop and ID state. That means the legal threshold they need to meet is a reasonable suspicion of a crime committed, being committed, or in commission of. That is, would a reasonable person with reasonable intelligence come to the conclusion, given the facts of the case, that a crime was going to be committed, is being committed, or is about to be committed. That's the threshold they need to meet in order to get his ID without his consent.
You can ask.
You got any ID on you?
Yeah, I got my ID.
Can I see it?
No.
Why not?
You don't need to see it.
If you're not in trouble,
Then leave me alone.
what's your name?
You don't need to know my name. He said I look suspicious for standing outside.
Goodness, are we being detained?
I just...
All right, let's go. I'm sorry, I gotta get my son some formula. I have to catch a check.
The fact that officer could not answer that question right off the bat leads me to believe that he doesn't really believe this gentleman's doing anything wrong. Now, I'm going to ask you truthfully, honestly, right in the comment section, is a manager of a store telling a police officer there's a gentleman walking around looking inside other cars, reasonable suspicion that a crime is going to occur, is occurring, or has occurred? Obviously, I believe the crime would probably be breaking and entering, stealing stuff from a car. I think that's where he's getting at. Now, tell me, is a manager telling that to a police officer that somebody's walking around and looking inside people's car? Do you believe, you're a reasonable person with reasonable intelligence, that's the facts of the case, do you believe that satisfies reasonable suspicion? Tell me honestly in the comment section.
That's all. I'm just waiting impatiently for her. That's all.
That's fine. Don't go anywhere. I just asked you for your...
Am I being detained?
I'm just asking for
Am I being detained or can I go? It's that simple.
Hold on, I forgot my phone.
Why are you acting like that? I mean, just...
Because there's no reason for you to ask me any questions. I haven't done anything illegal.
Once you ask, am I free to go or am I being detained? Matthew is doing this perfectly. Am I free to go or am I being detained? Do not enter into another part of the conversation until that officer answers that question. Keep on asking him and asking him, asking him. And then when he won't answer, say, listen, I'm going to take your failure to answer that question as a no, I'm not being detained, and see what he says.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
I got a gentleman here who will give me his ID.
Now, had I broken into somebody's car or something like that, I can understand. But you know, I got my kids in the car. I'm waiting for,
That's fine. I
don't even have to explain that to you. I mean, I understand. I mean, I was gonna say I understand, but I really don't.
this area, you got to understand.
Blah 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 blah. Fort Pierce, what?
Yeah, it's Fort Pierce.
Okay.
We had a lot of break-ins.
Okay. What's it got to do with me?
You don't have anything to do.
What's your name?
You're walking around.
What's your name and badge number?
I ain't gonna answer your question.
You have to.
Oh my God, this guy really doesn't know what's going on. Okay, you are a public official. I am a private citizen. Let's just take the first two words of both those phrases. You, public. Me, private. You public, me private. I think you understand that those are opposing terms, right? They're antonyms. They mean the opposite. So if you're going to try and use your police powers on me, you better at least tell me who you are.
I ain't gonna answer your question.
You have to. You're a public servant, and it's your policy to answer that question.
Really?
Yeah. You can call your supervisor and ask him.
Why would you give me
So you're not going to give me your name and badge number?
Oh, police department policies are different, but there are federal guidelines that say an officer should respond when asked to ID by a citizen. But again, those are just suggestions. The departments decide on their own.
See, am I being detained or not?
Well, you ain't done nothing wrong. I guess you're not.
Okay. Hey, let me see your phone when you get a chance.
Tyler has it. What? It's gonna die. I only have 5%.
Oh, well,
He's probably dying too because he's recording.
plug it in.
Okay.
Will you plug it in?
No, I just wanted to ask him. There was a gentleman in the Kmart. You know, there's a lot of break-ins. He was just protecting everybody, not being a smart aleck or anything else.
Okay.
You know, and I just walked down to get his name.
Sorry, but I have an infant son in here.
We
I
are
had
in a
to get
hurry.
him in the
I
dance
probably
off
shouldn't have
track.
even started this, but I mean,
I had to
because
get
now
a
it's
dance on my
prolonging
track.
us to get out of here. You guys, am I
Am
being detained or not?
Well, you ain't done nothing wrong. I guess you're not.
Okay. Hey, keeping us from.
I was going out the other entrance or the exit out here. The manager of Walmart.
What's your name and badge number, man? Oh boy, I'm gonna get all of them.
And he's walking around.
Can I have your name and badge number, please?
Being suspicious.
Just
I'll
stop.
walk over
Can we
and
just go?
No, I want to get out of here. They're not gonna let us go
For what?
because they don't need to be asking us any questions. I'm hanging out by my car. Can I have your name and badge number?
342.
Name,
Harper.
name and badge number. You have to
your
tell
name?
me, sir. I
What's
don't have
your
to.
name?
I don't have to give you my name.
Okay, what do you have?
So let me get this straight. The public officials asked what his name is, and he returns with, "What's your name?" to the private citizen. You would think that you're surrounding my wife and young children with men and women with guns, you would be professional enough to at least ID. But I guess that's too much to ask. Wait till you see what happens next, because that officer just got his feelings hurt, and there's nothing worse than an officer with low self-esteem and hurt feelings.
Nothing.
The manager down there, he was walking around looking in the windows.
Is that a
Are you
crime?
investigating an incident?
I was
Have I
in
committed
the
a crime?
past
Investigating an
advance, please.
incident?
Yeah, he flagged me
You can
down.
investigate all you want, but I have not committed a crime.
Investigating an incident. If you don't identify himself, put him in handcuffs.
Really?
Absolutely.
Obstruction.
Are you
So,
investigating an
obstruction of
incident?
what?
Yep.
You're obstructing
What's your
justice
name,
by us
sir?
not.
For what? What's the
What's your
crime? What crime have I committed?
What's your name?
What crime have I?
Investigating an incident.
What crime have I committed? You cannot detain me.
Okay, detain him. Put him in handcuffs.
Okay, I'll give you my ID.
We're not playing this game. We're not playing this game. We're not playing this game.
The idea that you're investigating an incident so you automatically get my name is ludicrous. The Fifth Amendment to the Constitution says we cannot be forced to be a witness against ourselves, right? We have no obligation to be a witness against ourselves. But that officer's feeling was hurt. And furthermore, there was no investigation going on because the officer said, I guess if you're not doing anything wrong, you're free to go. In fact, he never was detained because the officer refused to answer the question when he asked him. But just seconds before, he said, since you're not doing anything wrong, you're free to go. So when this goes to court, just show him the tape. Matthew gets arrested. Put in the comments section below what you think was right or what was wrong here. Should the officer not have said, I already told him he's free to go. I already told him he's not doing anything wrong. Why did he say he's under investigation? You just told him he didn't do anything wrong. He's free to go. Put in the comment section below if A, you think a store manager saying that this person is looking in car to car to car to car to car, if you think that satisfies what a reasonable person with reasonable intelligence believe that a crime is being committed, about to be committed, or in commission of. Now, don't be scared. Tell your true feelings. And then also put, shouldn't the officer have not said that, no, I'm not investigating him. In fact, I just told him he didn't do anything wrong. He's free to go. Did he not misrepresent himself? Put your comments in the comment section below and go subscribe to Matthew King. He needs our support, guys. He needs our help. Go on over there and subscribe to him. Meet me in the comment section. In fact, don't meet me there. Beat me there. I'll catch up with you then. My name is Disorderly Product News, wishing you and yours a very safe and happy and healthy weekend. And I have very, 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 very exciting news. On Wednesday at 5 p.m., tune into Disorderly Product News as I will be taking to the air. I will be in a helicopter going over Chicago to see if there's any civil unrest as a result of the election. As the election results come rolling in, I'll be in the air live. Subscribe and put that bell notification to all so you don't forget at 5 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. Disorderly Product News is going up in the air, and I'll be reporting live over Chicagoland. Anyways, I want you and your guys to have a safe and happy, healthy weekend. My name is Disorderly Product News. Good night.